Hello Shaper, I hope you're fantastic today. In today's very stream, I want to share with you Life Exposed, the 6th episode. Yes, I'm exposing my life right now with you. I want to share who I am so you know exactly who I am, who you're watching too. So that's the deal. And because I just want to have people who can accept who I am. Simple. And to accept who I am, I have to tell the world who I am. Isn't true or isn't true. It's a kind of move of Eminem, 8 Mile. You might know, who is actually doing the thing, but I have talked about it 1,000 times. So, what I just want to tell you is, if you want to watch the stream right now on YouTube, you can do so on a 4K stream. Just go, click onto my own profile. You will find a website there, click on the 5th link, and you go there into the YouTube. Right now, alternative, you could just go type in YouTube, pogodora, P-O-G-O space D-O-R-A, and you will jump into the stream right now. Okay, let's jump in to the thing. So when I was 14 years old, I was addicted to Counter-Strike 1.6. CS 1.6, Counter-Strike. I mean, people who play ego shooter or FPS know actually what it is. And the thing is, I was really into it. Especially, I like this kind of mechanism of walking and stuff like that you can't really control how you walk, how you can duck, how you can walk faster by using like ducking in between and so on, how you can do when you do bunny hops, especially stand-up bunny hops, is when you can move even faster towards another thing. I mean, some pros where like someone is just going like around the corner and someone with a bunny hop knows exactly where he is and just jump around and puts out the knife and gets him. It was pretty cool, especially this thing with jumping around and stuff like that, because you have like something that's called strafe, or something that is called crease, like a K-R-E-E-Z, crease. And what you do there is you just jump up, and who's faster. And I mean, it sounds not really spectacular, but you have to use your mouse and your keyboard, and you have to do the strafe movement simultaneously. You have to, in a certain moment, you have to click left and you pull the mouse left at the same time. Same goes for right, and like you can do like strafe jumps. Like when you do one strafe, it's just you run up and then you do this one thing. Or when you run, and then you can do like this 90 degrees jumps. For example, you stand here, here's a wall, and you can jump around the wall and stand here with a decent strafe jump. This is what was possible there, and I haven't seen this movement since then, and I really like this movement, which was especially in Counter-Strike 1.6. Of course, we have other Counter-Strikes like currently Global something. I don't like it. I mean, it's a better graphic for sure. Same goes for Counter-Strike Source. However, it's not the mechanism, this kind of walking mechanism that we had in Counter-Strike 1.6, which is still really unique, and I really like it still this day. Okay, this is why I have, especially in Counter-Strike, more like 2,700 hours and something like that. It's at 2.7 hours, maybe even 2.8, something like that, but pretty huge number. And by the way, of all the gamers who remember World of Warcraft, this is MMORPG game where you like in open world, you can choose a character and then level it up and become stronger. And when you get with other people together, you can even become even stronger. And the thing is, it was really legendary back then in the past when you had like, what TeamSpeak is? TeamSpeak is like in software where you can, it's just for talking. Basically, and back then you could have like 200 people in one TeamSpeak channel. If everyone is speaking, you can understand nothing. However, like in the raid, you had always 40 people. Especially, I mean, people on Lineage would say, hey, 40 people is nothing. Lineage 2 had like 200 people per raid. It's up to you guys. However, it was legendary for World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft was a game where people really addicted. It was highly addictive. I knew people who had actually like a girl. I was playing with her. Say, hey, come on! I just want to like okay. My mom is coming. My mom is coming, and then my mom comes with a druid or something like that. And then Okay, my mom doesn't. Okay, let's bring my dad here. And then the dad comes with paladin. Okay, let's bring my brother, and the brother comes with a warrior or something like that, you know. And then you have a small group of 5, 6 people, like straight away. And with 40 people, it was really legendary because you go there, you have to coordinate which class, the MMORPGs. You have like caster class, you have the melee class, which is like standing there, just putting out damage, like Rouges. They are Roges. They are just standing behind and just backstab, basically, the opponent or the mob. What a mob is, the enemy, the thing which you are fighting against. It can be spider, it can be a dragon, it can be anything. And especially in dungeons where the big thing, you have the big dragons, you have like the 40 dungeons, and when you go with 40 people there, you have to coordinate there and so on. And sometimes, even when you're pro, sometimes these dungeons has last for, you just go to a dungeon and you are in this dungeon for 4-6 hours straight. You have to be concentrated, you have to do your thing. I was a healer, I was a druid healer, and I had to heal. I have to really be careful. That's a tank. The tank is actually a warrior who is putting all the damage on him, so the other raid members don't get damage from this mob, because otherwise it would be one hit. And healers have to also be careful that there are no casts and so on, and so many mechanics there. And it's not maybe that good. I mean, I played it like a year ago again, when it was with till BFA. Now it's BFA, and BFA, I don't like BFA. I like before the thing better, because you could have like the demon hunter, then you look like Illidan, like a little bit demonish, but it's really cool. It was really cool. The story was really cool. You get have all the elder gods and so on. It's a really huge story. It's a really huge game, and it's a really cool game, and it's highly addictive. And I literally lived in this game. When I wasn't, I always was kind of strict. I have to do my homework. I have to do my playing my instruments, and I did it. And then I played the game for 10 hours and more each day. It was pretty freaking harsh. Okay, that's one thing. Another thing is also from the middle high school. I mean, I already explained we have in Germany 3 levels of not high school, but middle school. We have like the lower middle school, the middle school, which sounds weird, and a higher middle school, from which you go to the high school. And myself, I get first in a low middle school, and then I got in the middle school. And from this middle school, first of all, from the middle school, from middle school till the high school, till the last high school, to the 13th grade, I had a thing with music. I was in band, and I was listening to many stuff of music. I listened to rock, pop, reggae. Of course, I was already into hip hop before, and also this breakbeat. But I also listened to rock, pop, reggae, jazz, metal, EDM. Speaking of electric music, EDM music, I listened to the harshest one, not just to like normal trance and something, which is also cool, but also like, okay, dubstep is not harsh. I also listen to like speedcore, or like the splittercore. Splittercore is like, you know what a splittercore is? Splittercore is literally when there's a freaking jackhammer just standing there, that boom, 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 and this is how it feels like when you listen to splittercore in the first sight, because it doesn't have any rhythm. It is breaking the rhythm every single time, but you can see a little bit the flow and stuff like that, and it is interesting. from a musical point of view, but many people will see it as just shout, it's just noise. It is noise. In core it is noise, but there are also like another subgenre of splittercore, which is called suicide core, which is a little bit more awkward because you hear there people screaming and other stuff, which are pretty scary for the normal human being, are going around there. And I also listen to all metal genre, close to all metal genres. Maybe beside Christian metal, I listen to everything like black metal, like, and black, as you might know, is really a satanic metal, and black metal and everything, actually, you name it, really name it, like grindcore, porno grinds, all the grind stuff, all the metal death-ish stuff, technical, I don't know, you name it, there's so many metal genres, there's like thousands of metal genres, and I've listened to everything. And of course, like, new metal is still my favorite, I would say, like Linkin Park, Slipknot maybe too, but yeah, Linkin Park for sure is still my favorite. And I still listen here and there, sometimes for things like, I don't know, like Cannibal Corpse. I mean, it's like the classic of death metal. Or sometimes when I really want to listen to black metal, but I'm not listening usually, but sometimes, you get the freaking, now I want to listen to black metal. And then maybe I'll listen to things like Gorgoroth, which is really harsh. It's a Norwegian black metal, but you can also go things like Behemoth, which is Polish, from Poland, or you can go things like let me say Dark Funeral, which is Swedish. Swedish is also cool. Swedish metal is cool. It's usually really cool. Like Monomorph, really like it. It calls also it is also death metal, Monomorph basically, but it's more like Viking metal, I would say, rather. Same goes for other bands. You can, if you're interested in these bands, what I listen to, what I used to listen to, like Iron Maiden, stuff like that, just ask me. I mean, you can ask myself what I have listened to back in the days. Also regular like Bob Marley and so forth. Okay. And jazz, and also to ska, by the way. I also really like ska. Not just jazz, but also ska, which is like the fast form of jazz. And also blues. Okay, now let's go to the next thing. Is because I was into music and I was into gaming, I had not many friends. Like, I mean, I had some friends, of course, but mostly I had friends on the internet, always. Like 500 friends on the internet. Sometimes I used to chat with 20 different people at the same time when it comes to gaming and stuff like that. It was really harsh. It was like multitasking, like, I don't know what. It was like not just Shotoku Taishi, it's more like, holy crap, multitasking on the highest thing when it comes to how I used to play games and communicate with people in the past. But basically, I was used to multitasking because, like, also in my childhood, I was like sitting there and playing games, listen to what my father is telling, and watching the TV at the same time. And when someone shuts off the TV and I say, "Hey, what are you showing TV?" I'm listening to I'm also watching the TV and saying, "What did it just said?" And I can explain. So I was always exposed to multitasking, and I could multitask always. So I'm kind of used to multitask. Even I know that human brain is not really good for multitasking. I've already taught you back in the days how you can test that we are not good at multitasking at all. I don't want to go into detail too much. I just want to stick to the thing we are right now. So, and in the middle school, also in a lower middle school, We get also one day, or some days we got for a week, no, for a week, 4 days, something like that. We had all the sexual education. And in middle school, in this really grade, well, like 5th grade and something like that, I was still of this kind of Russian mindset where, and the teacher who was doing it was a gay. And I mean, I had nothing against gays, but I had something against gays who are hitting on me. I mean, it's weird, okay? I'm straight and I don't want to be hit on them. I mean, back in the days for sure. And not just on me, but on other Russian guys too. We were 3 Russian guys in a class, and they're not hitting on everyone, but just on me, on us. And what we did is, now of course we had like this Russian mentality, like when a gay lord is hitting on you, just beat him up. And this is what we wanted to do after class, but some teachers there and say, no, it's a normal human being. I mean, why he's hitting on you? And then he apologized for hitting on us. He said it's not meant so to be, and so on. And it was clear. But back in the days, I mean, when nobody would stop it, we would bury him, literally. Because, the old Russian mentality was kind of strict to those things. I mean, and currently I'm really okay. I mean, there's so many good people who are gay. I mean, also like Freddie Mercury or something like that. I mean, some of those songs are really amazing and still hits, like Bohemian Rhapsody and something like that. I mean, you don't have to be gay to listen to it. And some other people also in Japanese TV, some celebrities, I really like those people. I mean, not like us. I mean, I'm not attracted to them, but the thing is, I like them. I appreciate them as human beings. How they are and how they're telling stories is really amazing. Okay. And from 16 on, I started to learn Japanese by myself. Of course, as many in my age, we are grown up watching to anime back then, on TV. And anime wasn't really this kind of the trigger which triggered me to go for Japanese, because I wanted to, because those animes somewhere, first of all, they were in German, because all animes, all Japanese animes are dubbed, and not just subbed, but also dubbed. So we have good speakers in Germany, really amazing dubs, and everyone is telling it that Germany has really good dubs, and that's why everything is dubbed here in Germany. It's not subbed, it's dubbed. And I just want to see, okay, how this actually sounds in real if you listen to really Japanese. And I wasn't really interested in those stuff, but this is why I like more things like Detective Conan, because it was more like it was more real. It was more real. It wasn't that surreal like as animes like Dragon Ball. Okay, more like this animes for anime which are more close to the reality, and therefore I watched animes, of course, because of my cousin's influence. He's really feeded me literally with animes, but the trigger to really learn Japanese wasn't anime for me. It was drama and Japanese shows. And I really had this, man, it's so good dramas, it's so real. Let's learn this language. And I just started off with 16. I'm not now 31, and I'm still sometimes learning new words, maybe not grammar, but words for sure, maybe some idioms and so on. I'm learning them still till today, and sometimes I also repeat those, especially the kanji. I mean, there's so many kanjis. If you don't repeat them, you forget them if you don't use them. Okay. And although in the middle school, in the middle school, now we are out of this low middle school, we are in the middle school. In the middle school, I was into Visual K. I started off with Japanese. I was into Visual K, Dian Gray, even Gakt, and other bands, you name it. Gazette, one of my favorite for sure. And I really liked it. And I also like not just the white side, the bright side, like Ancafe and so on, but more like also dark side. Also dark side, like Malice Miser, where Gak was in back in the days. And also things like Modimo, which was even like metal gothic stuff. And also like the gothic stuff and a little bit darker side. And I was, in this very time, I was also reading a tons of conspiracies and tons of things which are, I mean, not really good for your spiritual development. Maybe good for your knowledge, but not really for spiritual development. This is kind of draining you down. But this kind of knowledge had brought me to understand where they are coming from. Things like Kabbalah, it's like this, it's like a Bible of the Jews, something like that. Or they have the Torah, I believe. But it's like, from Jews. Or also Klipov. Klipov is a part of Kabbalah, which is not included in normal Kabbalah. It is just hidden Kabbalah, which is the black magic, basically. It's just a Jewish black magic. And I have also seen it, also read a little bit of it. Also things like Antonio LaVey, who has kind of the dark Bible, or what was it? The black Bible? Satanic Bible, I believe. He has written with this, or other people on the internet, people on YouTube, who has even, some people even shown the Luciferic way and so on, and how to communicate with Lilith and other demons and so on. And I'm not into it, but I was just curious how they're doing it. I was just curious how it looks like, and it was really creepy. I couldn't sleep every time I've watched one of those videos. I had really nightmares because I don't like those stuff. But I just watched it and consumed it and read it of pure curiosity, because like many people say, it's like, I mean, okay, there's things also like in religion, we have also in Satanism, we have also the left path, we have also different things. We have the old thing, we have the Celtic, we have the other. We have many things. Same goes for black magic. You have many black magic arts. You have things like elfin black magic. You have like also magic. You have like demonic. You have things like fire, earth, and all the fire, earth thing is also titled in many under genres of magic. Same goes for the left path. You have also many things. You can be a Luciferian, you can go to Lilith, you can go to Satan, you can go to Belial, and so on. And but some of them, I mean, they all are really admiring it, but the normal or the more actual way of those paths is not really being someone who is obeying towards them, but using those demons to strengthen your own inner demon. This is how they're using it. And I just wanted to know how they're using it. Of course, currently I'm more into spiritual stuff, more into Buddhism and Hinduism and other stuff, and also the high spirituality going up now from the 3D level to 4C, 5C level, the density, right? And so on. And I'm doing it. But back in the days, I was just curious. And you could literally see how much I was curious. I and my friend, I mean, he wasn't into Kabbalah, and so forth, but he was into conspiracies to the Illuminati and Freemasons and so on. And we went back then to Kiev. It's the capital of Ukraine, with my friend and his father. And what we do for a week, we went to two churches, and instead of, my mom said, hey, come on, show me how beautiful Kiev is, I'll just make a video of it. And I'll say, okay, I will make a video. And I made a video, but the comments, we were just with my friend. Hey, cool. Hey, look, this eyes. Oh, whoa, that's Illuminati. How they can do in church and stuff like that. We're just looking for the signs, and sometimes they were like really satanic even signs, in the churches, and this was kind of what has happened here, or things like this, or like it looks like in a Freemason. I mean, I know the Freemasons had nothing to do with Satanism and stuff like that. It's just people who were inventing those things, conspiracies. But, back in the days, I wasn't that much curious if it's really so. I would just take this information nowadays, just to experience it. Okay. And in my middle school, in a middle school, I had to choose a second language beside English. And for myself, it was French. I have chosen French, and I got French. French was cool for 2 years. I was pretty good in French. And then I had to go to the specialty vocational high school, like vocational high school for economics, right? In this vocational high school for economics, it is lower than normal high school. In this high school, we also learn French, but again from the beginning on, so I learned twice for 2 years French. Okay, there's one thing. Another thing is, when I moved from this high school to the normal high school, which is higher than this vocational high school, and I graded, by the way, this vocational high school. I moved to the higher high school. And they said to us, like, okay, cool, maybe you can do it. And they said, okay, we have to choose now Spanish because there are no much demand for French at all. And we have to do it again, the grade 11, 12, and 13. So I have to do 11, 12 twice. So grade 11 twice, 11, 10, 11. So I have to do the 10th grade twice. First of all, in the normal middle high school, in the middle high school, so twice. And I had also to do the grade 11 and 12 twice. Once in the vocational high school, which is lower than normal high school, and a normal high school. Okay, so it's a little bit different. It's a little complicated. And then when I got to the normal high school, we have to no demand, so we had to learn Spanish for 3 years. I learned Spanish for 3 years. I kind of hated it, and in the third year, everyone just chilling. There's just 2 people who are making, because we had like in the second year or something like that, our teacher was sick was ill for like half a year or something like that, and then she'd come back and say, okay, now you have to do the test for all the half year that I wasn't here. And everyone said, no, we quit. I mean, it was physically impossible, and maybe just 2-3 people did it, but most people I just saw no Spanish for us. Okay, this was with my high school. And in the high school, I was made to fail the last exam. I was made to fail by the teacher because they said, like, okay, I had like my major in this high school was my economics and math. And I'm still asking myself why I haven't chosen English, because I was always good in English. Better than in German and math. But I said, okay, maybe I have to push up math, so let's take the harder road and take math. And I took math. And I mean, it was okay. I was okay in math. But at the last exam, I was just made to fail. They said like, hey, cool, you have to learn this and this and this, but it wasn't even in the book that came as an answer in this freaking test. And then I tried the next time, and next time, the same bullshit. The teacher said something, you have to solve this kind of problem here and here in both subjects, and I said no. I tried to solve it like logically, but I couldn't because it wasn't in the books which we learned before, this kind of thing that he have told. And then I have made the research on what kind of things they have asked myself. This kind of things were into exams of even university students. So it was impossible for me to solve. Simple. He wanted me to fail, and he did it. And he and she, my class, my homeroom teacher and my math teacher, 2 teachers made me to fail on purpose. I do not want to be the victim. I'm really grateful. And what I did is actually then I had to choose, because I got like the invitation from a Japanese school in Tokyo. They said, okay, you can now move to Tokyo. And I had to choose, okay, because in Germany, when you are in high school, you have to collect points throughout the years. You have to collect the points from a year 12 and a year 13. So the class 12 and class 30, you have to collect points. The thing is, when you don't graduate, all the points are just, you have to start from the beginning, basically, and collect the points from the beginning on. And what happened is, they said to me, okay, now when you want to repeat it, you have to repeat 2 classes. And I said, no, I go to Japan. And I went to Japan. And I'm happy that I have been there instead of repeated these classes. It was more, but therefore I got the diploma of this vocational high school twice. Why? Because normal high school was also specialized in economics. It was even higher economics than the vocational high school for economics. And because those economics were really high, I got like my certificate from a class 12. I got twice, from a vocational high school and from the normal high school, right? From a middle high school, it is the same as a vocational high school. Even it's harder. So I got this certificate twice. The same certificate, basically. Yeah. So this is my story. And from tomorrow, not tomorrow, by the way, tomorrow. Tomorrow is no. Why? From tomorrow till Sunday, I will be on a seminar for the whole day. Okay, Tony Robbins. From 10 a.m. to 11 p.m., I am just freaking busy. I cannot do anything during this time. So I'm not capable to do those streams. I'm not capable to do any social media during this time. I have to really put myself in to the seminar only for those 4 days. So the next stream will be not tomorrow, but on Monday. Okay? The next stream is on Monday, remember it. And maybe there will be, because I have already scheduled my Instagram uploads, because I do those uploads twice a week, but I have already scheduled those till November 22. So if there's an automatic upload, it will be uploaded automatically on Instagram. However, on Facebook, maybe also on Facebook, but on my page, not on my page on Facebook, but on my business page on Facebook, it will be uploaded, but not on my normal page. So if you want to watch this content, it might be there. However, I don't be able to do these videos. I don't be able to do TikTok. I don't be able to do live streams, TikTok. Maybe I will be able to put a video off on YouTube. How can I do it? Well, I'm actually put a TikTok video just on YouTube. This is how I'm doing recently. And it's working pretty fine because they're short, not that long that I'm talking right now. Everything that I'm talking right now, I put it in 1 minute. And yeah, you can have this content maybe when I can comprehend with the time. So I hope you have an awesome time. Comments box, let me know what's number thing I picked up so far. As always, do not let yourself super now. See you on Monday. Ага, понял. Сейчас иду.